Hey guys, Joe from Real Talk, and today I'm going to be reviewing Mad Max Fury Road, directed by George Miller and starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. I thought this movie was fantastic. I had high expectations for the movie from the very first trailer that I saw months ago, and I think a lot of people did as well, and they went into this movie hopeful that they were going to get something awesome, especially in the summer blockbuster season where a lot of movies are missing a lot of story. But this movie was fantastic, and the reasons why are simply because of every little detail that they went into making this movie fantastic. They wanted to make this movie very unique and different from a lot of other summer blockbusters out there, and the story arc revolving around Charlize was probably one of the best parts of the movie. You know, I've never seen the 1979 original film directed by George Miller and starring Mel Gibson, but from looking at some footage for it and looking at some details about the story, you know that it was going to it was going to have some grit to it. It was going to have a lot of different flavor and a different style to it entirely from a lot of different action movies out there. And if you didn't enjoy the 1979 movie, you probably won't enjoy this one. But the thing is, you're missing out. The movie's fantastic. It's great nonstop action from beginning to end. It's got some awesome sequences in a lot of unique places, and George Miller really adds a lot of uniqueness to his movie by adding in new characters, new set designs, absolutely awesome detailed cars, and crazy lunatic designs to it as well. I really enjoy that there's this one guy with the guitar constantly playing in front of the car the entire way. The drum beats were awesome too. You know, the music also was added well because it matched with the action a lot of times, and it just added to the awesome, ridiculous fights that it was doing. And the fights were just epic. They were great. You know, they were just driving down the desert road and just going at war. And that's something so awesome to see done so well. And it's really hard to keep your audience interested in action, especially when it's going beyond physics so far. But in this movie, I definitely bought into it because its story was strong enough for me to draw into and to care about the action taking place on my screen. And speaking about some of the characters in the movie, I love Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. Like I said earlier, they have a great duo in this movie. They're a great duo in this movie, and I thought that their stories, you know, conjoining into one story near the end of the movie was great. Tom Hardy performances was awesome. Even though he didn't have that much dialogue, I enjoyed it still because he was able to deliver it. He was able to be awesome. He was able to do a lot of crazy things in this movie, along with Charlize too. She was definitely one of the main focuses of the movie, especially her central plot by taking, you know, these girls to a different place. And whenever they explored her origin story, you know, it made you sympathize with the character a little more. And that's something that's really great to see. Moving on to a lot of the effects. The effects were done very well. The grittiness was great. You know, the costume designs were unique as well. You know, if you watch this movie, you look at a lot of the sequences in this movie, there's so many different type of costumes. There's so many different types of character designs in this movie. And it's so wacky and out there and out of the ordinary. And that's something that I really like to see done on more movies. You know, I want to see more movies go unique and go different and, you know, break the rules a little bit. You know, this movie didn't break too much rules, but it definitely wasn't pleasant, you know, always looking at, but I enjoyed it because it was so different, so unique, and its flavor is very different than a lot of movies, and you've got to see that type of movie because there's so many parts to it that you are missing out. And George Miller in this movie, you know, he directed this movie, and I thought that he definitely had a new and unique vision for the movie to make it different from the 1979 version, and he did a fantastic job on it. I do hope they get a sequel done eventually soon. This post-apocalyptic movie was awesome from the beginning to end, and that's why it gets a 9.5 out of 10 for me. The 0.5 is simply because of the plot arcs, and mainly revolving around the girls that Charlize was taking to the new location, but that didn't keep me from enjoying the movie at all. You know, there was a lot of things in this movie that I loved, and there's a lot of things in this movie that I wish were done in other movies, but that's why this movie is so highly rated, because it's in the summer, it has a great story, it's nonstop action, you get caught in the entire way. You know, whenever some action sequences were done, I just had to stop myself and breathe, and I was just like, whoa. That was awesome. So, guys, if you've seen Mad Max Fury Road, comment below and let me know why you liked it or why you didn't like it. Also, if you haven't seen it, tell me why you're excited for the movie down in the comments below. Also, guys, leave a like for this video if you can. Check out my other videos and reviews on this YouTube channel. And, guys, don't forget to subscribe as well. That'd be awesome and fantastic. This has been Joel from Real Talk. Go watch some movies.